Okay, so today we are going to study about a principle. We call it first principle, or we call it the basic principle. Okay, it is for us to find the rate of change of y equal to fx with respect to x at a particular point on the curve. So that means if I have a function, for example, so if I have a function called, I call it f, example, okay, I got a function, first one, y equal to 5. So you tell me, what is the rate of change of y with respect to x? What is the rate of change of y with respect to x?
Y is not affected by x.
So what is the rate of change then?
0.
Yeah. Will be equal to 0. And how do we represent this word rate of change of y with respect to x? So we will write as dy over dx for this function. Hello? So how about if I give you this? So now can you tell me, okay, what is the rate of change? If I call this fx, then I will write this as f prime 4. So what do you think? Can someone give me the answer? How much y has changed when x changed by 1 unit at the point where x equal to 4? Azif?
Yes.
Can you answer this question? How much fx has changed at x equal to 4 when x is increased by 1 unit?
Wait.
We also know that. Yeah? Yes?
-3.
Okay, -3, you are right. That means when we talk about rate of change, we also talk about is the gradient of the curve at any point, correct? Does it matter
Yes.
where is the point for this one?
No.
No, because the graph is a straight line. So at any point, the rate of change is the same, am I right?
Yes.
So for these two, I don't have to use the first principle. I also can get the rate of change. I don't have to go to the basic principle. But if the question wants you to go on the basic principle, then what should I do? What do you mean by the basic principle of getting the rate of change at a certain point? So we are going to learn it now. So now, if I give you a function fx, which is called 2 over x plus 1. So can you tell me what is the domain for this function? Although this is not part of it, I just want you to recall, see whether you still can remember the domain or not. Esther? Esther, can you please answer my question? What is the domain? Esther? Esther, are you in my class? I told you already, you must respond. If you don't respond, I really record down your name. Esther Chong. Class, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Miss.
Yes. Esther Chong, may I know why you didn't respond? Esther Chong.
Yes, miss.
Yeah, why you didn't respond for so long?
Sorry, teacher, I go to toilet.
Okay. So
Sorry.
can I have the domain?
X is less than -1.
No. Esther, you better learn, no? This is a rational function, correct? How Shen?
Yes.
Yes. X is a member of real number and
And x minus 1.
X minus 1. X cannot be -1, not -1.
Oh.
Because the bottom here cannot be 0. Please, please, please remember. You don't remember, I cannot help you. And I tell you, whatever I'm going to teach now is your SAT 1. Okay, so now, so if I plot this graph, I just plot part of it. I start from x equal to 0. I will have the graph look some sort like this, correct? Yep. Agree or not? Okay. Yeah. So may I ask, if I have a point A here, I call it when my A is x equal to 1. And I have another point B here. The x is 1 plus h. Okay. Will the gradient at point A and point B the same?
No.
Sorry, I try to draw it a bit obvious, okay? Will the gradient at point A and point B the same, class?
No. No. No.
Will not, correct? Which is steeper? The one at point A or the one at point B?
Point A.
Point A is steeper, okay. So that means if it is a curve, the rate of change keep changing, correct? Am I right? Am I right? The rate of change keep changing. Yeah. So now, so I won't be able to know what is the rate of change at point A and what is the rate of change at point B. That is called instantaneous rate of change. So I'm not able to know, correct? So we are going to use first principle to try to find the rate of change at point A. So now our objective is using first principle. That means the basic, we go back to the basic. First principle to find the rate of change. Or it's better to say the instantaneous rate of change.
Wait, so what's the difference between instantaneous rate of change and normal rate of change.
Wait. You hold
Okay.
on for a while. Let me finish right there. Use first
Okay.
principle to find the instantaneous rate of change at point A at x equal to 1. Okay, we use the word instantaneous. That means at that particular point. Are you clear? Because the rate of change at certain point, every point will be different. So when we put the instantaneous rate of change, that means we are referring to rate of change at that particular point.
Oh, so like we're
X
trying to
equal to
find the rate of the instantaneous rate of change of point A.
Yes.
Only
Okay.
A.
Yeah, the point A here, that is when x equal to
see it.
1.
I see it.
Okay. So we are going to use first principle. So first principle always start with, first, you get the average rate of change. Okay. We want to get the average rate of change from x equal to 1 to x equal to 1 plus h. So how to find the average rate of change? So we are going to join A and B with a straight line. We are going to join A and B with a straight line. So the one in red. So that straight line in max, we call it the chord AB. So if we want to find the average rate of change from x equal to 1 to x equal to 1 plus h, that means we are trying to find the slope or the gradient of chord AB. Are you clear? So if it's a straight line, you want to find the gradient. So you must know the coordinate x and the coordinate y for A and B. Am I right? So if for my point A, when x is equal to 1, may I know what is my y, which is F1. Okay. Cindy? Please answer my question. The point A, the coordinate x is 1. So what is the coordinate y? That is F1.
Wait ah.
The function is here, Cindy. So what you are supposed to substitute? Whatever in the bracket is your x. So what is in the bracket here is 1. So I follow my function 2 over, Cindy?
2.
1 plus 1, correct?
Yes.
Which is 1. So when at the point B, when my x is equal to 1 plus h, so y will be equal to f1 plus h. So what is my coordinate y now? Yeah. Just Vashini.
2 over 1 plus h plus 1.
Correct. Thank you. Just follow the formula, correct?
Yeah.
Whatever in the bracket, this is your x. So this, you replace your x with 1 plus h. Are you okay? So I have 2 over 2 plus h. I cannot do anything. So now you want to find the slope of the chord. You want to find the slope of the chord AB, correct? So now you have the point. So if you want to find the slope of a straight line, what do you do? Your y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, am I right?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah, so that means 2 over 2 plus h, take away 1, divided by someone can, Safan? Saf 1.
Yes,
Saf
miss.
1.
Yes, miss.
Yeah, can you tell me what should I write at the bottom?
Wait a minute. I cannot see the. Wait. Oh,
You look at the coordinate x of point A and coordinate x of the point B.
okay. So
This is my x2.
I cannot see it because my screen it's is blocked by the I don't know what to say.
How come your screen is blocked? Class, are your screen blocked? Safan,
Yes.
if your screen is blocked, can you see the function?
Yes, I can see.
Yes.
So
So if you get from the graph there, can you tell me what is the x coordinate for B?
X coordinate for B,
Yeah.
1 plus h,
Huh?
1 plus h.
What do you mean quadratic? X coordinate for B. Do you see the one I take?
Wait. My screen. I don't know how to.
You are using laptop.
Yes.
You are using laptop. How can your screen be? I don't think so. Plus, do you have a nice screen? Is
Yes.
your
Said
screen
one.
blur?
He said 1 plus h. He didn't say quadratic. He said 1 plus h.
Oh, he said 1 plus
Yeah.
h.
Yeah, he
Sure.
did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, miss.
Okay, 1 plus h. Okay. So I heard wrongly. Then the coordinate for A is x is 1. So what you need to do is, now you need to simplify. Okay, the bottom here is h, correct? Okay. I have no choice to go to the next page, huh? Can I?
Yes.
Yes. So my slope of the chord now, AB will be 1 over 2 plus h, take away 1, because it's divided by h, correct? Over here, if you have a look, it's divided by h, correct? So I will put as times 1 over h. Yeah, sorry, here is 2, huh? So times 1 over h. So now what you need to do is, this one you have to make it to a single fraction. So I will have 2. You know how to make it to a single fraction, am I right?
Yes.
And whenever you have more than 2 terms, you please put in the bracket. Okay, times 1 over h, because here is over 1. So I write the 1 here, up to you. Okay, so now I simplify the numerator. 2, I open the bracket. What happened? So bottom is 2 plus h, huh? Okay, so when I open up the bracket, when I do a distribution log, yeah. So
you
what
get,
happened?
basically you have
Minus 2.
h,
Yeah, minus 2
h,
minus h. Am I right? Hello?
Wait, so you took
Distributive law. Expand. You have to be very careful. That's why I say you have to put them in a bracket.
okay.
Negative times positive, you get negative.
Okay, got it.
So now I got it negative h divided by 2 plus h times 1 over h. So I can simplify. So now my average rate of change will be negative 1 over 2 plus h. So negative 1 over 2 plus h is the average rate of change from x equal to 1 to x equal to 1 plus h. Yeah? Am I right? Okay, now, but our objective is not to find the average rate of change. Our objective is to find the instantaneous rate of change at the point, I draw it here, at the point B, A here, am I right? Which is 1, 1. My point B is here, 1 plus h, and 2 over 2 plus h. Yeah. So now, so there where our limit is going to come in. So now if I write this statement as B approaches, or I will say moves along the curve, and closer to A. So what will happen? So I will say B approaches A. So what happened to the value of H? What happened to the value of H? Can someone tell me? If I draw a
Is
triangle,
0.
yeah, thank you. This is H, correct? So
And
H will approach 0. So therefore, the slope of chord AB will approach the slope of tangent or the curve at A. When I say tangent means I draw a line that touches A. All right? So now if I draw many green line here, you look, the first B is here. So now if B is here, you see, isn't it an approach? Am I right? As it moves. You see the angle between the green line and the red line, that is a tangent at A, become smaller and smaller, correct? So then slope of the tangent at A, we are going to write it. So this whole thing in calculus, we are going to do it like that. dy dx. This is the instantaneous rate of change, this symbol. Okay, so you see approaches thing, we will put limit. So LIM represent the word limit. The limit of the slope of the chord as h approaches 0. So slope of chord AB. So this is equal to limit h approaches 0. Our slope of the chord is here. So still remember, we say if h approaches 0, what happened to negative 1 over 2 plus h? It will approach negative half, correct? Hello? So the answer is half. So that means, therefore, the gradient of the curve at x equal to 1 is negative half. Or you can say the instantaneous rate of change at x equal to 1 is negative half. So when you use the basic principle, that is, start from here, you find the slope of the chord. Yeah. Then you simplify all these things. Yeah, until here. Then after that, you write it this part. Then you get this answer. This is called first principle. So first principle is the basic principle for us to find the instantaneous rate of change. So we have to find the average rate of change first. Then we say as a point, so you put the limit here. Then what will happen? It will become the instantaneous rate of change. Yeah, so this is called first principle. So the way to simplify is under the algebra part already. So different function given, you have to simplify it in a different way. So now what is first principle? Is the basic principle. How are we going to get it from the average rate of change to become the instantaneous rate of change? So that's why it involves limit. Are you okay?
Okay.
Yeah. And if you are in Form 5, you are doing something like a different way of writing. So I'm not going to show that way of writing, okay? In Form 5, you have different way of writing. And if you look at your textbook, it also got a different way of doing it. Yeah. They just dump you with the formula. I don't dump you with the formula. I explain to you first how this formula come about. I think when you read the formula, you will be able to understand. Okay, shall we try one question? Okay. You only use this if the question is asked in this way. Okay. I definitely will start the question by saying, by using first principle. By using first principle, find the rate of change. Or if I want, I can say instantaneous rate of change. Rate of change. Okay, it's good to say instantaneous. Huh? Rate of change of fx equal to x squared minus 2 at x equal to negative 3. Okay, so what you need to do is you must have 2 points that lie on the curve. One of the point, it has to be x equal to -3. So you find the corresponding value of f -3. Then the other point, you have to put the x will be -3 plus a small number h. Yeah, so then you find the x, y. Okay. So can you start? Do you know how to do? Okay, let me get the x and the y done first, then you can try the rest. Okay, can I have Aisha, Noor, Amira, Aisha? What is the value of f -3?
-11.
Sure. Okay, -3 squared. By the way, you cannot use calculator for your SAT one. So everyone have to refrain from using calculator. Is it -11 or 7?
7. 7.
Yeah, so 9 minus 2, which is 7. So how about fx -3 plus h? Yeah, Aisha? You want to try?
-3 plus h square.
Yeah, so I have to follow the function, am I right?
Yep.
Then
Minus
-2.
2.
Okay, do you like to expand it? Do you know how to expand? So
Yep.
every one of us have to remember this expansion, please. Expansion of a quadratic, a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So this is a quadratic. If here is a minus, then here is a minus. Okay. Another one is the cubic. A plus b, the whole thing cube. So it will be a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. You have to memorize all the expansion. You are not going to expand like you are in high school, still write like that. By the end, you finish expanding, times up. So you want to have speed in your calculation, you better memorize how to expand quickly. Are you clear?
How
Yeah? Yes?
how to
Memorize by heart. There, how I memorize? Front square plus 2 times the front times by the back plus back square. Front cube plus 3 times front square back power 1. Then you see the power change. You go by pattern. You see the pattern? You see the pattern? You memorize. Very easy to memorize. You remember the pattern. Here is 3. Here is 3. You see? Here is 2. Here is 2. Okay. So you take an effort to go and memorize. Yeah. So now that means when we expand this, I will have 9 minus 6h plus h squared. Why I get 9? -3 squared is 9 and take away 2. So I can simplify this. 7 minus 6h plus h squared. So these are all algebra. You have to. Okay. So then we will say that we will find the slope, or you want to write gradient also can. Slope of chord AB. You don't just write slope of chord, you have to say slope of chord AB. So you use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And you know that all the cases, x2 minus x1 always result h. Am I right? Okay, so y2, 7 minus 6h plus h squared. Okay, take away. Usually we will prefer to bracket it up. If more than one term, we always bracket it up. 7. Correct? Okay. So the bottom here is, okay, it's always end up with H. Am I right? Okay, what is the top? What is the top? Johan,
Yes. The top
what is the top?
would be
So these are all
that's
your,
what 20 no 49.
cannot be 49, young man. This is
Wait,
7, take away 6H
negative, sorry.
plus H squared, take
Uh-huh.
away 7. So look. Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you.
Okay, so
Okay, let me write the top and I show it to you how to simplify.
oh
Yeah.
right, yeah, just
So 7, take away 6H plus H squared minus 7. So we know we only can simplify the like term, correct?
yes.
Yeah. So which is the like term? That is 7, take away 7. What do you
So
get?
negative 6
Yeah.
H plus H2. That's just it.
Yes.
You don't need to
Yes.
take in times. Oh,
Negative 6H
hey.
plus H squared over H. So this one, we factorize out the H. Negative 6 plus H, correct?
Correct.
Divide by H. Simplify further. So we get final answer, negative 6 plus H, correct? This is the
Correct.
slope of chord AB. Yeah. So now we want to find the instantaneous rate of change at x equal to negative 3, correct? So we write down by the first principle, the principle of limit. When I say f prime 3 or f dash 3, I mean dy dx at x equal to 3. Are you clear?
Yes.
So this is the same meaning. So I have to write limit. That means when my h approaches 0. So what happened to the slope of the chord? It will
It approached 0.
negative 6.
Oh, sorry, in negative 6.
H approaches 0, negative 6 plus H approaches negative 6. So therefore, the instantaneous rate of change at x equal to negative 3 is negative 6.
Got
And if I want to interpret further the meaning of this, I will say that for every 1 unit increase of x, y decreases by 6 units at x equal to negative 3. So at different value of x, the rate of change will be different. So that's why we say instantaneous rate of change. That means at this instant.
Got
So
it.
this whole process, we call it the first principle. Are you clear?
Clear.
So the first principle is the principle of limit. Go down to the basic. How we get from the average rate of change to become the instantaneous rate of change. Hello, are you
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
Good. Can we move on to another one? And let's see how it go.
Okay, yes.
Okay. By using same thing. If I didn't say by using, then you can do any other way you like. By using first principle, find f prime for fx equal to 1 over x squared. So you should know what do you mean by f prime 4, correct?
F is not 4, is it?
No, f prime 4 means I want the instantaneous rate of change at x equal to 4. So allow me to write down this. F prime 4 means the instantaneous rate of change at x equal to 4. Or another one is the gradient of the tangent to the curve at x equal to 4. So that is the meaning of f prime 4. So I'm saying using first principle. So you have to go back to find the chord, slope of the chord, and so on. Can you please start now? You have 5 minutes to do it. You just concentrate with your that one. You don't care what I written down. You just try first, so that afterward I can go faster. Okay, we start with 2 point. Point A, same thing. when x equal to 4. Okay, what is your F4? That is your y. Can someone tell me the answer? Huh?
Over 16.
Yes, 1 over 16. So B, when x is equal to 4 plus h. So what is your F 4 plus h? It will be 1 over what? Yeah.
16 plus h.
16 plus h? No, 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 no.
4 plus h squared.
Yes, 4 plus h squared. And in this case, I'm not going to expand it because it is at the numerator. Denominator is down there. So I try, as long as I have an expression at the bottom of the fraction, I will not expand. I try to make it as simple as I can. Okay, so that is something that if you want to simplify easily, make sure you don't expand first. Okay, so now I find the slope of chord AB. So I take my y2 minus y1, and I know that if I take this minus this, I sure got 1 over h. So I just put down like that. So that saves a lot of your trouble. Are you clear? Hello, student?
Yes.
Okay. So equal to 16, take away, put in close bracket 4 plus h squared. Because I want to make the denominator the same, so you just memorize. If you, whenever you have like that, you just do some sort of like cross multiply. Can or not? Some sort like, I'm not saying like. So the bottom here will be 16 times 4 plus h squared times 1 over h. So now I expand my numerator, but I still put in the bracket. So there is 16 plus 2 times of this times this. So 8h plus h squared. Bottom, don't do any expansion. Open up the bracket. If you are the person who need to do it carefully, please do so. If you can jump the step, you go ahead and jump. All right? So 16 minus 16, no more. So I left with, I can straight away factorize out the h, negative 8 minus h divided by 16, 4 plus h square times 1 over h. Everyone, can you follow? Cancel. So now I got my slope of the chord. Yeah. So now I want to find f prime 4. So I have to write down f prime 4 equal to limit h tends towards 0, negative 8 plus h divided by 16 times 4 plus h. Okay, square. So I get the answer, negative 8 divided by 16 times 4 squared. Okay, so I got negative 1 over 32. So this is called your first principle. How do you get mark? You got this right. You simplified correctly. Yeah. You write the limit here. You get the answer. You got 4 marks. Okay. Now, everyone have a look at here. This is the formula given by your textbook. If you look at page 29, can anyone tell me what does this represent? What is that? Or this?
The gradient of the chord.
Yes, you see? This is the gradient of our chord AB. So I ask you, by using the formula and also by using my method, are they the same thing? They are the same thing. It's just that you write it in a different way. So, but if you straight away use the formula, you make sure the limit is there all the time. But when I do like that, I can. Only here, I only put in the limit. So depend on your choice. So they can come up with the formula. They ask you, what does this represent? Can or not? Can. If you just use the formula, you won't know what is that. But if you follow through my method, you know, you straight away can give me the answer. Is the gradient of the chord or is the average rate of change? From x equal to 4 to x equal to 4 plus h. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. So I will leave it to you, whichever method you want to use. Later, you will see in the textbook, there is another method. So class. So when we talk about first principle, that is the basic principle. We must know everything that we find, what is it for? Okay. So tomorrow is a holiday. So you have the whole exercise 2A for you to try. There's something else in the exercise 2A, okay? So Friday, I will show you some other things. Then we will see how it goes. So the difficult part is, the tedious part is this part. So this part costs you 1 mark. Okay. So if you really cannot find, during the exam, if you got write this, okay, at least out of 4 marks, you can get 3 marks. Are you clear? 2 marks. You can get 2 marks.
Yeah.
So the algebraic skill, I can only show you how to do. Question can change. You get what I mean? Okay. So class, thank you. Please do your work.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Miss.
Miss.
Scott.
Thank you, Miss.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
Miss, may I ask?
Yeah.
If like we do it like SPM, is it wrong? Like the
Oh,
divided?
nothing wrong. Make sure you write properly. If you do like SPM, I ask you lah, you do like SPM, which is easier? This one is easier or SPM way of writing is easier?
The SPM is quicker, but this is safer.
Are you sure SPM is quicker? You try and see. SPM, you are writing delta. This is harder to, we represent delta X with H.
Oh, we
It's
need
easier.
to insert H lah. Oh,
You
we
use
need
del.
to represent it in this form lah. Okay.
So that the only difference is you write delta X, that means the small change. We write as H. It's easier to write.
Okay.
Am I right? So even in SPM, you write as H also nothing wrong. You say H represent delta X, nothing wrong with that. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Welcome. Yes. The rest, any question, Johan? Johan not in my class.
Sorry.
Okay, you log out.
Bye. Thank you,
Yeah,
Miss.
welcome. Okay.